Hello and welcome to our Pilates mat pregnancy class. So the goal of this class is to help you to move during pregnancy, but also Pilates is amazing for stretching and opening up those hips, which is really something you want if you're going to go with a natural birth. So we're going to start today with a couple stretches and then move into some movements that will help with those hips. So come on up onto your tippy toes here. We're going to go into our squatting frog. Now, if you don't have your balance or if this is too much for you, hands to the floor, right? Otherwise, you can bring hands to the center. Either way, we want those knees pressing in, pressing away. Sorry, the knees are pressing away, right? So the elbows are stretching those knees apart. We're working on those hips already. So let's breathe into this stretch. Nice big inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Awesome. Let's do it again. Nice big inhale and exhale. Gently press into those knees. Stretch into that hip muscle. Good, 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 good. All right. We're going to release those knees. Now we're going to bring one knee down and one foot forward. And we're going to lean over those toes. Again, we're stretching the hip here, okay? So we got both the hip bones facing forward. We're going to lean over the knees, lifting the chest, right? The belly is sticking out at that point. We have a nice stretch going on this hip here. Okay, we're opening those hips a bit. Now, nice deep breathing again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Feel that stretch, lengthening that hip muscle. Good. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's practice those breaths. Nice, big, deep breath in. And nice exhale. Long exhale through the mouth. Good. All right. Release. Come on up. We're going to switch sides. Bring that knee down. Other foot forward. Once again, try to keep the hip bones both facing forward. And lean over the toe as far as you can go. You adjust according to your needs, your shape, right? Lifting the chest here, okay? Nice deep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. As big a breath as you can take. Inhale and exhale. One more. And out. Good. Release. Come on up. Excellent. All right. Both knees are going down. We're going to bring those hands down onto the mat. Try to get the hands directly under the shoulders. Now we're going to have the knees directly under the hips so they're not back here or all the way up here. We're going to try to just get right under those hips. And then I want you to look down. Make sure those knees are hip width apart if possible. All right. They might be a little wider, but approximately hip width apart. All right. We have a nice flat neutral back. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, I want you to lift the chin and lower that belly down. And you should feel a nice stretch across the abdomen. Now do whatever you are comfortable with here, all right? And back to neutral, inhale. And we're gonna have a tiny exhale, tuck the pelvis under and roll back down. Let's do the other direction again, inhale. Exhale, lift the chin, lower the belly. All right, now we are stretching back through those sit bones back there. You feel that? A little bit in those lower abdominals. Good. And back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale, a little tiny tuck under. Good. And release. All right. We're going to start with our watchdog movements. Okay, so extending one arm out. We're going to extend the opposite leg out. Right? Our toes are reaching away, away, away. Those fingertips are reaching in the opposite direction. This requires core work. Good. 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. We're going to switch sides. Extend, right? Our head is in line with our spines. We're not dropping that head down, but we're not lifting it up either. All right? Just gaze down at the mat. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Let's switch sides. Extend and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and switch and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. All right, we're going to add movement this time. First, we extend. Good. Find your balance. Good. All right. Tap down, lift up. Tap down, lift up. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, bring it in. Woo. Even it out. Let's go on to the other side. Arm and leg extend. Gaze is down. Tap down, lift up. Tap down, lift up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Awesome. All right. We're going to go down onto our forearms. If this is too hard, you can stay on all fours if your wrists permit. All right. We're going to start with our little donkey kicks here. So we're going to lift one knee up. All right. We got the foot. The foot is going to flex. So we got the ankle muscles involved here. All right. Good. So a lot of the weight is on the upper body. Okay. Now, keeping our body steady, we're going to pulse that heel up and back down to the knee at hip height. Up, knee comes back down to hip height. Up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, bring it in. Switch sides, all right? Get those knees hip width apart. Now lift that opposite knee to hip height. Flex the foot. Keep the gaze down. We're going to pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7. Glutes working. 6, 5, 4. Hamstring. 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it in. Bring it in. Awesome. All right. Now we're going to go into that same movement, but with straight legs. Okay. So extend one leg out. Good. Find your balance. Right. Slight lift up and tap down. Lift up and tap down. 8, 7, 6. The higher you lift, the more stretch you'll get on that hip. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. All right, we're ready to go to the other side. Extend. There we go. Lift up, tap down. Up, tap down. 8, 7, 6. Keep the head in line with the spine. Don't let it lift too high. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, bring it in. All right, we're going to come back on to those hands and do our cat-cow stretch again. We're ready? So flat, neutral back. Inhale. Exhale, lift the chin, lower the belly. Back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin and the pelvis under. Do what you can do here. Stretch, 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 and back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale, lift the chin, lower the belly. Good. Back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin and pelvis under. Good. And back to neutral. All right. We're going to do some hip openers here. All right. So we'll start with one leg. All right. We're going to remain on this position. We're going to go out with the knee and bring it back in. Out with the knee and bring it back in. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to switch sides. Let's turn so you can make sure you see your form here. Ready? Good. Out to the side and back. Good. And back. 4, 3. Try not to let the core twist. 2, 1. Excellent. All right. We're going to do the same thing, but both legs are going to be moving. Both hips are moving because we're going to come up off of those knees. So tuck those toes under. All right. They'll help you keep steady. Lift those knees about an inch or so off the mat. Open the knees wide and close. However wide you can get them. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set those knees down. Excellent. All right. Now we're going to leave one knee on the ground, lift one up and do a circle. So imagine you're drawing a circle with this knee, okay? Here we go. Lift the knee up, draw a circle out and back down. Up, out, and back down. 3, 2, 1. Now set it down. If you need to shake out your wrists, go ahead. We're going to do a reverse of that circle. Lift the knee back out, reverse your circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, we're switching sides. All right, so here we go. Out to the side, draw a circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now reverse your circle. Here we go. Other direction. 5, 4. Good. 3. Try not to let the core twist. 2, 1. Awesome. And bring it back down. Excellent. All right. Shake out those wrists. Shake them out. Take a deep breath. All right. We got one more move there. Are you ready for it? All right. There we go. All fours. Hands are under shoulders. Knees are under hips. Good. Excellent. All right. Now, if you can, we're going to extend one leg out and do a little push-up. Okay, this is a lot of upper body work, and it strengthens the hip muscle because the leg has to remain where it's at the whole time. No dropping the leg, all right? So we just bend at the elbow, go down as low as you can go, and lift back up. We'll do 5 on each side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, switching sides. All right, extend the leg out. Bend at the elbows. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Awesome. And bring it in. All right. Let's do our cat-cow stretch again. If you need to shake out those wrists, go for it. If you want to be on the fists instead of just the hands on the mat, that's fine too. That'll help your wrists have a little more support. Here we go. Cat-cow stretch. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Lift the chin, lower the belly. Stretch all the way back into those sit bones. Good. And back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck the chin and the pelvis under. Our goal is to round through the upper part of the spine, especially here. Good. And lower back down. Now, we're going to go into what's called a rest position stretch. Depending on how big your belly is, you may or may not be able to do this. We're going to widen our knees for this one so we have a little more space for that belly to go down. All right. We're going to bring our booty back over those heels. Okay. Widen those knees as much as you need to. We're going to come down, their forehead down. Extend those arms up if you can, and slightly adjust the tilt of the hips so that the tailbone goes towards the heels for a nice low back stretch. All right? Take a deep breath. Good. Now, as you come up, first I want you to slide those hands towards you, bringing the tailbone more towards the heels in that rounded position. Then we're going to roll up through our spine for a nice spine stretch. All right, now if your belly's not very big, you can do that with your knees closer together. You might feel a little bit more of a low back stretch. Do what you can do according to your body. Listen to your body. All right, we're going to finish with a couple stretches here. All right, good. Let's start with our side bend stretch, up and over. Now go according to what you can do. Let's breathe into that stretch. If you want to do this cross-legged instead of one leg out to the side, that's fine too. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. And come on up. We're going to go to the other side. Once again, we're going to do our nice deep breathing here. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Let's do it again. Excellent. Roll it up. All right. Now we're going to switch the legs. If you weren't doing it cross-legged, you're welcome to do it cross-legged. If you're not doing it cross-legged, we're switching those legs. All right. We're doing it again. Up and over. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Good. Remember, you get more for your money when you in through the nose, out through the mouth. It makes your breathing so much more effective for those muscles. Good. All right, we're going to roll it up and switch to the other side. And deep breathing. Good. One more. Good. And up. All right, we're going to finish with that hip opener. All right, feet up front, right? Hands to the back. Go ahead and lift your body up onto those tippy toes that we did in the very beginning. All right. You either have yourself supported by having your hands on the floor or hands are together. Either way, we are pressing those knees apart. If your knees are here and you're trying to press them apart, that's fine. Do whatever you can do. Our goal is to feel the stretch down the inner thigh into the base of that hip down there. We want to open that hip. We want to stretch those hip muscles. As we stretch them, that makes them more useful to us, stronger, more mobile. So let's take a deep breath now. Relax those hips on your exhale. One more. Good. Release those knees. All right. If any of those felt amazing, let's do them again.